A round of applause. Our second speaker is Ms. Nicole Dalida. She's the owner of StyleShopManila.com. And our third speaker is Ms. Eireen Diokno Bernardo, founder and trainer of Ecommerce 102. I'd like all three of them to please come up stage. Alright, here are our speakers. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Oliver, Nicole, and Eireen. Ladies and sir. Oliver, just a quick story. How did you start with your business?
First and foremost, we're selling baby clothes. We started by supplying to different department stores like Robinsons, Shoemart, you name it. Then, medyo nagkaroon ng problem. Siguro, that was 10 years ago, pumasok na yung China. Yeah. So, yung mga local suppliers like us, we were talagang tinamaan kami. So, we have to look for parang another way. So, we tried exhibits, bazaars. So, okay din naman. But eventually, parang nagsawa yung mga tao sa mga bazaars. Kasi before, bazaars are just once a year thing. And then ngayon parang weekly na lang meron, di ba? Parang nakakasawa na. Okay? So, then we end up, may nag-suggest sa akin, mag-try kayo ng online. Okay? A lot of friends tell me na, magsimula ka sa multiply. Okay? Multiply.
Let's pause there. So we can beat it to everyone. How about you, Nicole? How did you start the business?
Okay, my business is Style Shop Manila. I started 6 months ago.
6 months ago?
6 months ago lang. So, I'm based purely online. And the company was actually just a case study. It started as a case study in one of the online courses I took up. Thanks, Eireen. So yan, from there, that developed into a full-scale business na talaga. And yan, now I'm earning from it na.
Good. It's a good story. How about you, Eireen? Just a quick one. Huh?
Yeah, quick lang. That's impossible.
No, we'll
Okay, I'll tone it
Just
down.
a quick one.
Okay, 13 years na po akong nagbebenta online. Yung mahabang story yun, ano. So, nag-start yun sa husband ko kasi na-retrench siya sa stock market. So, wala siyang trabaho, buntis ako, lagot siya. So, ang ginawa niya, yung retrenchment pay niya, binili niya ng bote. Bottles.
Bottles of what?
Bottles of junk bottles. As in yung mga old Coca-Cola bottles, mga Sarsi, sino mga bottle dito? Empty bottles, basura, galing sa junk shop.
Alright.
Yan, mga 100,000 bottles. Retrench pay niya. We sell it online. 13 years ago.
Alright.
Yes, that's our story.
Good. Now, before social media, how did you market? Like, in your end, bazaars and all, what else?
Well, we even joined yung mga tiangge sa Green Hills. Yeah.
Parang nakita mo kayo doon.
Okay. Okay naman siya. For a time.
So. Good naman. How about you, Nicole?
As mentioned kanina, my business is purely online pa lang. I started online talaga. But siguro, I also partner it with offline na mga marketing strategies. Like, I partner with school organizations. Para more or less, may presence friend ako, although I don't have a physical shop. Yeah.
How about you, Eireen? Before social media, how did you market your business? The junk
I
bottles.
do. The junk bottles. Mahirap i-social media yon. Mahirap i-like yon. So what we did
Before
is,
social media, how
yeah,
did
yeah,
you
mahirap
plan?
yun. Even up to now, the bottles is not for social media. It's not for liking. We do ebay.com. It's an aggregator. It's a platform. That's why I specialize sa e-commerce because, social media is marketing or branding. So, I'm into conversion. I want sales. I don't want to be maganda lang online. Ayoko lang ng branded ako.
It shows, yes.
Yeah, I want the real money.
Money, yes.
Yeah, so yun yung aking motivation in the ebay.com. And also, we teach before social media, you should know how to operate a business. Because that's what social media is, make money.
Make money,
Okay?
exactly. Now, the three of you, how did you discover social media?
Yung mga friends ko kasi before, they always push me to try multiply.
Multiply.
So sabi ko, ano yun? Kasi wala akong alam sa internet. Ayan na, wala akong alam sa internet as in zero. Kasi traditional na salesman ako noon eh. So, when we tried multiply, so I signed up, pero wala akong ginawa for 6 months. Sign up lang ako. And then, eventually, I put parang place ko yung first products ko doon. Wala pang 2 days, may nag-order na.
Wow!
Ayun. So, parang sabi ko, okay pala.
Okay pala ang social media. Alright.
Okay.
How about you, Eireen? How did you discover social media?
Well, actually, kasi I was hired by PayPal as 2010 to do parang advocacy for e-commerce. So, I need to promote the advocacy through Facebook kasi that's where the people are to use PayPal to their e-commerce and make money online. And this was supported by Union Bank. That was 2010. Because of learning curve, that's why parang nagka-connect na. And then during that time, I know for a fact that Facebook was earning grounds to yung tao. So, I decided to use the per click and per impression agad. Kasi may sponsor eh. Di ba? Hindi ako marunong maging blog, hindi ako marunong magsulat. I'm poor with grammar. And I know I can make myself pretty.
Yes.
Yeah. Pwede rin akong dentista online kasi, sabi nga ni Boom, I can put teeth on you, online. So, I use that on Facebook to make them come to e-commerce with PayPal and Union Bank. So, panay plug ko.
I know. Now, Nicole, since it started with feasibility study, right? Then you're basically based online business and stuff. What's the advantage that you discovered or that you had or that you're having right now using social media as your marketing arm?
It's relatively cheaper. Actually, to be honest, like for Facebook ads, my budget for every day, my budget is 40 pesos per day.
Seriously?
40 pesos per day lang. And of course, I also partner that with yung mga sponsored stories. But I think the lesson there is hindi talaga kailangan napakalaking budget. You can start small. And then right now, with that 40 pesos every day, I have close to 28,000 likes na. In 6 months.
6 months, 28,000.
Yes. So you just really have to tweak your campaigns and see which works for you.
See, folks, how social media works. That's a good one to inject it. That's a good one. See, if you don't mind, you're still studying or you're already a graduate?
I'm already a graduate, but I'm also taking up my master's.
The master's.
at
So
night,
while studying, you earn
Yes.
and let the internet works for you.
Yes.
That's how good that is. Now, what social networks, Eireen, do you use?
Ako,
For marketing.
For marketing. Kasi right now, with my real business, kasi I'm more of an exporter now. Kasi, yes, ang e-commerce kasi, social media is meant to promote businesses. No? It's not to waste time.
Yes.
So in my case, I am more to it to turn cash, you know. So with the social media, there are several things that we do, but not for my personal business. Kasi 13 years na po ako eh. Diba? So I don't need it that much in my 13 years of e-commerce business. I need it with e-commerce 102. Kasi e-commerce 102 is just 1 year. So I need to penetrate immediately as in now. So we use Hangout, no? Google Plus. We are perfecting it, no? We use case study to formulate the strategies. We really involve parang maraming sponsorships, no? So I can study well, or Edison Victorino can study well. And then we use Facebook also, and Google Plus. These are targeted audience, by the way, and we teach this, no? We advertise and then we teach. Now, this is not teaching per se. This is doing it, teaching kind of thing.
Alright.
So it's
active.
It's a case study.
Okay.
And then turn out to be like them.
Right. How about you, Oliver? What social media did you use for marketing?
Well, 95% is Facebook pa din.
Facebook.
Facebook adverts. Budget namin para kay Nicole din, 40 pesos
40
din siya.
pesos, imagine.
Although mas mabilis yung pagdami ng page like niya, yung sa amin close to 13,000.
Alright.
Okay.
Still growing.
Well, we started na maging serious sa FB AdWords after namin mag-attend ng Patra. So that was 6 months
A good
ago.
one to inject as well. Alright.
Yeah, 6 months ago. Then the 5%, I use YouTube marketing.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Alright, YouTube.
Yung personal mentor ko naman doon, si Sir Edison Victorino. Yeah. He taught me how to parang SEO, and then gawa ka ng video, lagay mo sa YouTube. May mga videos ako na after ko i-post after 2 hours, sa page 1 na ng Google.
Alright.
So, nakaka-leverage kami doon. Madali kami nakikita ng mga buyers namin kasi yung videos na ginawa namin, ando doon na. Currently, I have mga around 23 videos na ginawa ko na. Under baby clothes, you just search sa Google ng baby clothes, lalabas kami doon.
Baby clothes.
Yeah, baby clothes, infant clothes.
Cool and cute. How about you, Nicole?
I use Facebook mostly and Instagram, but talagang I'm more focused on Facebook. Kasi I can yun nga, you don't have to be in all social networks. You just have to be where your customers are and then focus there.
Right. Eireen, what marketing strategies did you use to have this income, to have this effective way of doing business?
I have 2 businesses online right now, no? So
what strategies did you use?
Different businesses, different
strategies,
strategies,
exactly.
no?
For
So
one
it needs
strategy-
to be matching. It
Yep,
needs
yep.
to have that match, no? So with the e-commerce 102 fast track or e-velocity course, we present options. Ikaw mismo malalaman mo yung match dun sa options because of your product. So actually, I use my product to market. So I want to this is true. Like I use auctions.
Auction.
So it's a product, diba? Like I put it down like $88, no, $8.88, and then it will go up to $7,000. So that creates buzz, diba? And at the end of the day, naka-market na ako, may pera pa ako, diba? So that's one of the strategy for auctioning, no? Maraming strategy, no? For real estate, there's strategies. For cars, there's strategies.
What did you use for your business?
For e-commerce 102 naman, ang strategy naman namin doon, as you can see, we use a lot of good images. We use our own selves as our models. Then we use Photoshop as a strategy, video photography, video editing as our strategy, you know. We use our skills and our face, our eyes. Everything about us is our strategy.
So you use yourself.
Yeah,
That's
make
your
me.
strategy. Exactly.
As you can see, when you look at that's our strategy. You can look at the back, no? So these are the ads that we post online, and we have like hundreds of that kind. Parang movie. You're like, sometimes they think na artista kami, pero you know,
Hindi po ba?
hindi. Pero we feel like one. No? Meron kaming ganon.
Alright.
Like,
So
meron kaming feeling.
your business, in your business, like photos, pictures, visual.
It's very visual,
Visual,
no?
alright.
Especially for product presentations.
Uh-huh.
Diba? She used herself as a model.
Yeah.
Oliver cannot use herself for baby product.
That will be a not so good site.
Yeah. But they make they created strategies also, and it's not this time they use baby products na foreign, and then some of it are a bit foreign.
Yes, Oliver, in your business, Gardening Bear, that's such a cute name. What strategies did you use to have an effective marketing? That is the most effective when we're in.
Well, pinaka-effective is yung FB advertisement talaga namin. Kasi we can generate at least 50 page likes per day. Out of that 50 page likes, that would convert to at least mga 10% buyer at the end of the day. So, okay na din. So, we don't go for numbers kasi kaya naman namin magkaroon ng 300 to 500 likes a day, pero hindi quality. So, I would rather go with kokonti, pero ito yung siguradong bibili. Tapos, sila pa yung mag-share ng pictures ng items namin sa mga friends nila. So, minsan, kahit 40 pesos lang yung budget namin, minsan nagkakaroon kami ng 80 likes per day. So, sobrang baba ng cost. So, yun.
Yes, ma'am.
Meron pa kasing third option dun yung optimize. Okay, so we let Facebook na i-optimize yung bid namin. It's not CPC, it's not CPM. So, but that only works kung highly likable yung item mo. Okay, so not all items are highly likable. So, halimbawa, yung mga baby clothes, talagang ang daming kukyutan.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
yun.
Okay, baka malito kayo, no? You know, dito sa Facebook, we are always mentioning Facebook and making likes, trying to convert, making sales, 40 pesos. Actually, hindi lang, may pag-aaral kasing ginawa yung kurso namin, no? Yung Ecommerce 102 through Fast Track course. It was studied and we call it Facebook Rocket. So, yung kanilang strategy is totally, we do with hands-on. So, merong mga options doon na minamatch dun sa item. Kasi like yung sa case study namin ng religious items, yung Jesuit, no? It did not perform well on Facebook. So, ibig sabihin, mali yun dun sa Facebook.
It did not.
Yes, it did not, no? So, hindi lahat ng items should be on Facebook.
Right.
May mga highly niche, at therefore, your strategy will change, no? Like, for example, Ecommerce 102, who knows about that, di ba? Hindi naman siya pang baby na cute, di ba? Hindi rin naman siya pang model or we're trying to be one. Kasi nga, we are adjusting to Facebook kasi ang gusto nila, parang celebrity, parang magaganda, high fashion, ganyan. So, nagko-convert kami sa ganon to gain traction. Pero again, kung tutuusin, yung Ecommerce 102, when we penetrated, halos ayaw ng Facebook sa kanya kasi hindi naintindihan. So, we have to do a lot of maneuvering. So, mayroong strategy yon and it's hands-on being done with the course. Para ikaw mismo, malaman mo how to create this traction na tinatawag namin and how to convert like them. They are just two of the few.
Yes.
Two. I have more. Like, I have
Yes.
40 of them, no? Okay.
Folks, do you have any questions for them? Feel free to approach the microphone if you have any questions that would answer your if you have any thoughts, because these guys are the SMEs that they are on this business, that they have experiences and all, and if you're starting one, if you're on it, you can just approach the microphone and all, okay? That's a good one. That's a good encouraging thing. That's really good. Alright, now, up for grabs. Nicole, how do you measure effectiveness in your social media campaign, especially your 6 months, your passion and all?
It actually depends on the goal. For example, if my goal is to spread
What is your goal as the
There's
business?
different goals po. Kasi for me,
Yes,
there's
for you, on your business, yes.
there's awareness. If I'm after awareness, then I look at the likes or the people reach the the people reached by my ads. And then if I'm after sales, then I will promote a specific product. And then I look at the number of people who order that specific item or inquire about that product.
How about gardening bear?
What's the question?
How about gardening bear? How do you measure effectiveness on your social media campaigns?
Of course, first, conversion. Yung benta.
Importantly, yes.
Yung benta. Kasi at the end of the day, if madami kang likers, madami nagko-comment sa'yo, ang dami nag-share sa'yo, pero wala ka namang benta, wala din. So, first and foremost, kailangan talagang makabenta. Kasi that's what we are here for. Kaya nga tayo nag-online business para para magkabenta. Okay, then, second is, pag nakita namin na satisfied yung mga customers namin.
Yes.
We measured that through yung mga they post comments on our timeline. Pag na-receive nila yung mga items, they say na, we got the items already, it's so fast. Kababayad ko pa lang, andito na agad yung item. Pero totoo no, kapitbahay ko lang kasi.
That's why.
Kaya mabilis. And then, ginawa namin, nirefund na lang namin yung shipping fee niya. Pero hindi namin sinabi na kapitbahay lang nila kami. Kasi we still want our privacy. Yun. So, and masarap yung feeling pag napupuno yung timeline mo ng mga positive comments. Lalo na kung sabihin nila na this will not be the last time.
Right.
May kasunod pa to.
Or was there a time that you had a bad comment?
Yeah.
How did you deal with it?
Tinurn off the computer. Kasi masyado kasing negative yung binigay niyang comment without asking kung ano yung circumstance.
Yeah.
So it turned out to be na there was just a communication lapse.
Okay.
Pero sa totoo, wala naman talagang may gusto.
Right.
So we patch it. So what I did is I told my staff na nagkamali to call that customer. Mag-apologize ka or else fine. So apologize namin yung staff namin. It was a honest mistake.
Alright. Understandable. Eireen, yes, ma'am.
So I have a question about how you actually got the traffic to your sites or to your pages, like when you started the businesses.
About the traffic, how did you get the traffic?
Okay. During the first few weeks that I launched the page, so there wasn't that many. So I started with friends, uy, paki-like, ganun lang muna. And then I started using Facebook ads, and that helped a lot. And also I partnered that with a contest, a giveaway contest. So at that time, I'm not sure if many of you are familiar about skater skirts. It was trending that time. So before I launched the collection, I posted about the giveaway, and then a lot of teenagers were interested about the product, and then they shared the page to join the contest.
Alright, because of that question, you get a biscuit. Was your question answered, or do you have a follow-up? Alright. Eireen, what was the biggest mistake that you've ever committed when you're doing social media marketing?
Minsan we get so hyper, you know. By the way, Ecommerce 102 is also a fan page on Facebook. If you want, you can like us right now, and we'll give you.
You have to inject that. Okay.
Yeah, pasensya ka na. And we'll give
like
you
it.
the presentation of Mr. Edison Victorino, yung guideline. Yeah, you just like us, PM us, ask us for the PDF presentation.
And what do they get?
And they will get the PDF presentation of Mr. Edison Victorino, yung guideline how for the hangout, no? And some of the videos also, para ma-refresh kayo. So, ano nga ulit question?
And also a biscuit.
And a biscuit.
Okay.
To be shipped.
The question was, what was your biggest mistake that you've ever committed?
Mahirap kasi aminin yun eh, kaya you can go also to our booth, no? Masakit eh, masakit. You can go to our booth and inquire about the e-velocity and fast track. Now, I am crazy today. As in not to answer that question, what I'm going to do, sino rito ang interesado sa course ng Ecom 102, pero namamahalan? Come on, let's close the door and let's be honest about it. I don't mind, I can take that. Namamahalan ka? How many are interested?
I think
raise your hand.
For free.
But I can, I am the owner, Sige. No. So, you know what? I will give you 40% discount on what was appeared this. 40 kasi 10% need to go to learning curve, no? Otherwise, they will bill me, di ba? Kung ano man yung pinakita rito, I'll flash it up today.
Right.
Alright?
So if you're interested,
did it answer your question now?
You still have to answer my question for the sake of everyone listening. It's just for also guidance for them as well. And it's in your sharing.
That's one of my biggest mistakes.
Is being...
okay. I'm trying to make a point, not just to give away 50% of my course, no?
50%?
Well, because the 10% goes to learning curve, okay? So it's like magbabat sila, mag-learning curve sila.
Okay.
That's actually one of my biggest mistakes. Okay? Honestly speaking, because, one of my business is Ecommerce 102, and it is advocacy-based.
Okay. That's the biggest mistake.
That's the biggest mistake.
Is?
Because I am trying my best to make the country become more and more successful online.
Alright.
And in turn, I'm giving it away.
Okay, that's why.
Diba? Minsan, 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 I'm crazy, sige, never mind the money, never mind.
Yes.
Ang puhunan dito, talent.
Right.
Ang puhunan dito, yung expertise.
Okay.
Ang puhunan dito, what they have learned. Like, Nicole is now teaching about Instagram, no? And he's gonna be next about, share your experience para hindi naman ako palagi abonado, di ba? Kayo naman, that's what I'm trying to do, is to multiply or to duplicate myself in the process. Because, it's hard. This advocacy is crazy.
Yes, I know they want to be multiplied, so you better
you got me.
train yourself.
I answered you,
yes,
right?
I know.
Okay, that's
so
it.
Let us not be that over-passionate about things. So there's a certain level of things. I know you're passionate about the country and me as well. So this is really good stuff for the country. Let's just give her a round of applause for her. Alright?
That's my pleasure. Now, that mistake, I convert it into something. Di ba, pinapalakpakan naman ako. Well, in Eireen.
Alright. So if you were interested for the webinar or the promo?
Yeah, we have free webinars. So, here's our schedule, para matabunan na yung mistake na yan. At baka masamain ako, mag-vlog ako, nagsisisi pala siya. Diba? On October 5, we have at Robinsons Corporation, they are opening the doors for real estate. And we're gonna teach you about Facebook Racket, the one that we're talking about here.
Right.
You can go to our booth and I don't know kung nandito pa yung aming sponsor. That is sponsored by Robinsons Corporation, For real estate, under Ecommerce 102, you have to be an Ecommerce 102, so you need to like us, so you can get into the training of Facebook Racket. What the formula they've used, this is what we're going to teach there. And it is not principle, It's not principle. It's a hands-on thing. So you need to bring your laptop. Ayun pala si Bernie. Yun. 650 lang po yung participation fee sa Robinsons Galleria Training. Alam mo, lagot siya. Kasi para sa Robinsons, mga sales force yun. Pero sabi ko, I want to bring in people. Bahala na siya.
Okay.
Problema yun na yun.
On a last note.
Hold on. October 7. October 7. October 7, we have a free hangout, for you, for everybody, about the hummingbird. Google is changing the pace. It's not about, Google is changing pace. It's not about SEO. It's not about blogging. It's very different. And we are trying to update the people,
True.
And it's a free hangout October 7. Like us again on Facebook so you can get updated.
Good.
Okay, last na lang. October 12. October 12, e-velocity is launching at Nipahat Restaurant, Motoriori, Japanese restaurant. Food is on us, Japanese food. Thank you, Motoriori, for that, It's only 998 pesos.
Right.
Diba? OA, no? And you will see, parang webcamp din, where we will talk about product presentation for real estate. Kasi everything should be start with the product.
Yes.
Diba? It's not, branding and social media,
Yes.
that you do that before the product. Diba?
Yeah.
Product first, and then the social media. So at that point, we're going to talk about that, no? In preparation to your marketing online, you have to prepare the product. And the product that we're going to talk about there are big item, big ticket, yung mahirap ibenta. Challenge, no? It's going to be cars, travel and tours, consultancies. If you don't have product, then you become a product, okay?
Right.
And then real estate, rentals, and we have suppliers, no?
Right.
So we can be presented.
And there's the period.
Yes.
All right. In one word, what can you advise to these guys? In one word. In one word, what's the main idea, biggest idea that you can give to them? In one word.
Experience.
All right.
Nothing substitutes experience.
Experience. How about you, Oliver?
Ecom 102.
Ecom 102. All right. And you have a Gustilo cookie. Eireen, I'm giving you the floor. What's the one word that you can share to these guys?
Eireen, Diokno, Bernardo.
All right. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, our panelists, Oliver, Nika, Nicole, and Eireen. Guys, that concludes Webcamp 2013. If you would like to, thank you panelists. We'd like to thank our sponsors.